Welcome back to the Kotatsu Chatsu. I'm Brandon,
Yuka.
and today we were going to kind of talk about many different things, I think. But first, how are things going? We have the coronavirus. Japanese government has started banning people, not people, countries, or not really. It's kind of a ban because they're quarantining certain countries for 14 days. So it's kind of a ban because who's going to come here for business for one day if they have to wait 14 days, right? So kind of a ban through the guise of a quarantine, right? But you've been reading the Japanese news. What's up?
Yeah. まあ personal level in our life, nothing really changed actually. Like we commute to work by public transportation, and public transportation run regularly.
Yeah.
And all restaurants, shop, grocery stores open. At some point, like people were panicked, and then somehow they started to buy toilet paper and then tissues. They are all gone, but like tissue are made in Japan, so because of distribution, we don't really have a tissue and a toilet box, a toilet paper yet in the drug stores, but it will show up soon.
And the government started limiting people to, not the government, the stores started limiting how many things people could buy, right? Like one bag of toilet paper, one box of tissue, that sort of thing.
Right.
And they've clamped down on the auction sites selling masks and stuff for.
Yeah, I forgot like how many days you are captured in jail, but like if you sell in auction site mask especially, illegal like crazy price like I said,
Inflated
price. Like I said, like one box of mask has more than 60 pieces of mask. It used to be like around 300 yen.
Yeah, 300 yen, which is about $3.
Yeah, but like in auction site or flea market site, like people sell like 10 times more, like $60. And all those people like rush into the drugstore or like wait for queue to buy crazy number of masks and then sell in the auction site. That's one of also the reason people who really need it cannot have. And then like all the medical facilities, some people go there and then store their mask from their stock.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so like in order to ban that kind of people, like Japanese government said like you are captured in the jail at least like for 3 years or something, or like you have to pay tremendous money or something.
And probably a little bit of jail.
And then plus like all those auction site or free market applications.
You're talking about like you're talking about like Mercari, Rakuten, Yahoo auctions, that sort of stuff, right?
Requested to requested to delete that kind of like items.
Yeah.
So like maybe a week ago, I see a lot of people selling all those stuff with crazy price. But nowadays, I don't really see it. And the Japanese government promised that they are going to manufacture mask.
Well, they've asked companies like
Sharp or Unicharm, and has been like working their factory working for 24 hours. So it will come, but first like they have to go to like a medical institution or something. But like life is like only like a tissue and mask. Crazy part in Japan, especially like in our area. But like other than that, like nothing really changed. Of course, like my working hour is like shorter than normal, but not like people are not really panicked and then having a normal life as it is. And
I will say though, my life, no real change. I mean, except work's a little bit slower as more people are working from home.
Mm-hmm.
But my commute, and the other thing, my commute is a lot less people now because of that. But other than that, not much has changed.
Yeah. The new policy is like Japanese government has been requesting people to stay at the home to avoid crowd to have a future potential group infection or so like they close the school or like they are going to give the supportive money to a single mom or mother or family who have to take a day off to take care of kids who are supposed to go to school during this time. But because the Japanese government decided to shut down all like school up to the end of this month or something, they decided to provide the money. And also like for little companies, like not the big companies, but who are struggling to have enough manpower, or like several companies who've been losing a lot of profit. Japanese government decided to give them money. But they have to pay them back eventually, but without any interest or no limited the period or something.
Yeah.
And
Travel companies, though.
yeah, travel company like still let you to cancel the ticket without cancellation penalty. Cause like Japanese government has been asking like the travel agency to encourage customers to stop moving around even in domestic, cause like flying can be like dangerous because it's kind of like limited thing. So I don't like so like we stay at home most of the time
I think,
on the weekend.
Yeah, we haven't gone out. We try to limit because I think the official count is what, 400 people now?
Yeah, close to 500.
Close to 500 from the government statistics, but those
Yeah.
could be a little bit off.
Yeah, cause
And by a little bit, I mean a lot off.
because like we didn't really have pass to let the patient or potential patient to test themselves
there's no
at
testing.
at the hospital. So from next week or something like per day 7,000 PCR they can do.
7,000, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all they can test.
No, per day.
Yeah, per day.
Yeah, 7,000
That's
like
it.
each institution. So
Oh, yeah, but that's still not that many.
Yeah, but like we have only like 1 billion like people, and then like
No,
if
you
you
have
like
100 million. 123 million, I think.
billion, 1 billion.
What?
1 billion people in Japan.
No,
so
there's
like
123 million people in Japan.
I don't know, billion and a million. I don't know how
A
to
billion
switch.
is like 10 times that.
億 equal billion. But anyway,
But
whatever. Like yeah. So like but I think like after like they install PCR to each hospitals. I think the number will be increased. But the thing is like PCR is not
What's a PCR?
PCR is like the
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, they the
Personal
kind of
screening
like
test?
examination kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but like they don't really have like 100% correct answer. Even you are positive, it turn results can show negative because you are like very beginning of receiving the coronavirus, and the examination cannot be like 100% like correct.
That's right.
So like some people are saying like if you go to the hospital and then you feel like sick and fever, coughing, but if result is turned to be negative, you are like people are like, oh okay, like I'm not positive, so I can do whatever I want to, and then it turned to be positive. So it's not like we wonder which one is.
Well, there was that
good.
crazy guy in Yokohama too, right? Wasn't it Yokohama?
Oh, in Nagoya. So
Nagoya,
this
that's
this
what it
guy, like around 50 years old, went to be tested, and he was told he was positive of coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So he was requested to stay at the home.
Yeah.
But like he said, no way. Like I'm gonna sprinkle my virus
Sprinkle my virus.
to everybody. Even he was requested to stay at the home, he decided to, stop by at the pub or a restaurant or something. And he was even sharing a story. Oh, actually, I went to the hospital and I was told I was positive.
Yeah.
And he was proudly telling about it. And then he wanted to spread out his virus to everybody.
Jeez.
And these police found out, and then they captured him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he was in a jail or anything.
No, he didn't
was,
do anything illegal,
Yeah.
technically, I guess.
He was like again requested stay at home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like based on each people's moral, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if you are just requested, you are not forced or you are not ordered. If it's just requested, some people take it. Oh, I'm requested,
Yeah.
but I don't agree with it, so I don't do that.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So, but like, Japanese government always use like we strongly requested. So of course, like there is some people, crazy people like that.
Definitely.
But I would say like when the situation of the world, sometimes it turns to be this kind of like a difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you really are turn to
Come
show
up.
up, come
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I saw how people really are, especially after natural disaster.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of earthquake, and then
Well, that anniversary's coming up in a couple
March
days,
11th.
right?
March 11th. But Japanese government decided not to have a memorial date.
Mm-hmm. A lot of events have been canceled.
Yeah, because like they want to avoid the crowd.
Yeah.
So Abe Prime Minister said he's going to cancel this year,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
saying sorry to the people who lost their family.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I don't know, like several weeks ago, a week ago, March 2nd or 1st, our Prime Minister finally made a speech to the nation what's going on. Of course, he's like a politician, so he's at least to me, convinced.
Well, there's a
little
lot
bit.
on the line too, though, because the Olympics, right? So, I mean, they're very cautious because I think I read that they'll lose 1.25% of their GDP if the Olympics do not happen. So it's a pretty big deal for Japan. So I can understand why the official number is only about 400. But what did Abe have to say that you believe?
No, like Abe was like kind of absent. He didn't really show up, and then I believe if you are leader of a country or leader of a company, if something bad happen like this, it's always important to share the direction or policy what they're gonna take, and then share with all employees or nation, but like Abe was absent for most of the time, so we are kind of like panicked and worried. So and then finally he came out and then he shared the policy like shut down the school and limited but they are going to support the money who are losing, who are forced to take a day off and then losing profit, some companies, so that's kind of stuff. And he likes this sentence actually, like when he runs election, he always say like, under my responsibility I will take whole responsibility for this and that. But like he is like politician, so I think like his speech was at least like coming to the public and then share the thoughts like even like it's good or bad, like it's very important to show the policy. So I think that was really kind of release. As a leader, I expected him to speak up, right? But like in this kind of situation, of course, like whatever like politician does, whatever country does, there is always some people, half and half. 50% will be will disagree, or 50% agree with it.
Yeah.
Because like you don't know what's correct, you don't know what's incorrect, so you have to try something new, and you will see the result and number, and then you start from there.
Yes.
So I understand like especially in this kind of like situation, like even like not Abe, anyone can be like like if like Prime Minister Koizumi, like one of the former Prime Minister, he was pretty popular. But let's say like if he is like a Prime Minister now, and then whatever he does as a policy, as a direction for a nation, I think like several people hate that policy. Several people follow that policy. So no matter, it doesn't really matter who does it or what they do. Always like bad opinion and good opinion. So I don't really like disagree whatever like our government is trying to do, because we have to try, and then we will see what is gonna happen. That's I think like most company are doing. Like we never know which one is correct, but it's same as like running a company. You never know like this is like 100% sure, which lead to the good profit or something. But you have to try. Without a try, you don't know.
Yes, but I mean, and like I said earlier, I think there's also other reasons they're taking this approach, because so much is on the line.
Yeah.
So they're definitely being cautious about how public they make information, because it will come at a great cost. Because we mentioned in the last podcast too about how like the infrastructure and everything's being upgraded and how much money is being spent. They want to recuperate that money from the Olympics, right? So it's kind of a very cautious approach. And I mean, the other thing too is like the hospitals here have been kind of pretty terrible about it, as well, as they turn people away because they don't have the testing staff. Like the reason numbers are so low is because they're not testing.
I guess like
right? Like they really aren't.
I guess like all those people who said no to patients are either like having like the patient who has under bad cancer treatment, or the doctors are old. Because doctors themselves are facing to the like maybe with their survival instinct, like they don't want to die, so they like swipe away the patient in order to protect their life or something. Again, like this kind of a situation, under this kind of situation, how really you are will come out.
That's true.
So maybe
doctors
like
are saying, nope, don't come here.
Maybe all those like old doctors just follow the like living creatures instinct, not like they don't want to die.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Or like some doctor claiming that like they have like let's say like if they have like under chemotherapy, the patient under the chemotherapy, and then if potential like coronavirus positive people started to come into their hospital, they can't protect all those like patients who stay at the hospital.
That's true.
So like I think so many reasons behind, but at the same time like I understand like some doctor just say like they don't want to have all those patients because they don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, I mean I get that.
I understand, and then like all those like cause you have to think about after what if coronavirus which is not gonna happen, I think. But like, what if coronavirus all of a sudden like ends? But after that, what is gonna happen to Japanese economy? So they have to kind of be in a balance, a kind of dilemma, right? Like, if they know this coronavirus wouldn't go away for several years and years, of course they can be more aggressive, and then like they can do like extraordinary policy. But like in this situation, like we don't know, and then we are kind of like, what are we gonna do if coronavirus is gone, and we do this much, and then we lose more. So I understand you can't be aggressive and a little bit like conservative, but like my father used to tell me, like as a leader of any institution, if you started to kind of conservative with your policy, if you cannot be aggressive and then taking a risk, that's the time to step down.
Maybe. I mean, it depends. I mean, I think there's lots of factors, but I understand what you're saying. But what I do know is, on a different note, is the actual opportunity this also creates. So if you're in remote work kind of business or telecommunications, buy stock in that now, because the coronavirus is really opening the door for opportunity for telecommunications and remote work ideas, because lots of companies are going to move towards this and going to need a backup plan. And plus, big companies like which company was it? Google that went to a 4-day work week here in Japan a while ago? I can't remember which company. Amazon? No, it wasn't Amazon. I think it was Google. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think it was Google. Could have been it was some IT company. But work from home. A lot of companies allow you to work from home once a week now. I think it's only going to increase the working from home. And I also think, another opportunities in medical field, buying, inventing new vaccines and masks and new techniques to avoid these kind of mass pandemics as best we can. I mean, I think they're completely, you can't avoid it completely. I think history has shown that stuff like this comes and wipes everything out and restarts. This one I don't think is as fatal. I mean, there's too many controversial statistics, not controversial, conflicting. Like I hear some news from experts about it on this side, and then there's some people on the opposite side that say it's not. So it's too hard right now to determine what is actually real, because there's too much conflict in the ideas. But I think there's definitely opportunity. So if you're a young entrepreneur, telecommunications would be my advice, or the medical field, buy some stock, because you're gonna make a lot of money if you have the money.
I think like like good people, or like smart people always find the business through anything. So like ordinary people lose themselves, don't know what to do under this kind of condition. But good businessmen find the business opportunity through whatever it takes.
We call those opportunists.
Yeah, and then like they will be very successful.
Yep.
So like I guess like so many like I hope so many companies, like not for their profit but for Japanese people, how to work, because we've been kind of introduced as a workaholic nations, and most of the people stay at home until the last train or something. So through this, not opportunity, but through this condition, they compare the number, like if a company is actually like making profit, or and then like make the infrastructure and encourage like employee to work more efficient way.
Yep.
And the company, I'm hoping the company can like come up the better solution to make a profit better, with less working hour. or like people like it's kind of like もう本当に behind the super behind like modern society like if you have like you know computer like if you have equipment like it should be like easy to work from home but somehow like we don't really have that kind of idea in Japan and we don't really have infrastructure and always like you know like when we don't really do something new if we don't have this kind of stuff.
That's true.
So I'm hoping that like some people find like opportunity this by using this to make it better and then like once like coronavirus is kind of like calm down like all those like we lost something but we gained something.
Yeah.
That's kind of a conclusion I will hope.
Yeah.
Because like we definitely we're gonna lose a lot of money and the Japanese economy is going to be like a little bit down for sure. So like each like CEO or a board member of each like companies take this situation to make the better profit and keep the Japanese economy okay.
Yeah. Well, one thing I know, Netflix isn't suffering right now. I'm sure they've gotten a lot of new subscribers.
I heard like Disney Deluxe.
Disney Deluxe. Well, Disney Plus is Disney Deluxe
Yeah,
in Japan.
It's like getting doing better because like you know school shut down.
That's
so
right.
like the and then like you know trampoline, the house trampoline has dramatically like making profit because
indoor
like
trampoline?
yeah indoor trampoline because like super active like
kids.
kids are running into the inside of apartment.
Yeah.
So in order to make them be
Tired.
tired, the mom buy the trampoline and then they are jumping on in the trampoline
Oh yeah.
and they
That's hilarious.
they watch the animation together in Netflix and then they watch the Disney Deluxe together. So I heard like those kind of inside entertainment is doing great.
Yeah. Innovation is already here, so good thing for that. But that, I mean, we've been watching a lot more Netflix too, right? Lately, what's been your favorite that we've recently been watching? We've watched a lot.
We watched a lot, so I don't really remember, but my
Yeah.
I realized like I thought like I liked documentary like I like watching I like watching something like a short TV program.
You like watching short TV programs?
Yeah, if it's like a movie, it's like more energy consuming. So I want to watch like something light and easy. And I thought like documentary, love comedy, or I liked.
Yeah.
But I through these like you know being requested to stay at the home period, I started to realize I like kind of thriller.
Thriller, yeah.
Yeah.
Non-scary thriller.
Yeah, non-scary thriller.
Kind of like what's gonna happen next, right? Mystery,
Mystery, yes.
right? So what was that one we watched? Stranger.
Yeah, Stranger.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good, but
I didn't really
mean,
like
great,
the
but it was okay.
ending. Yeah.
I liked the ending. I
You
thought that was a good ending.
You think?
But I thought, it wasn't like the best show, but it kept you interested enough to just find out what happens next. Essentially, the premise is this guy gets information from a stranger about his family life. And it's, not the best news. So he has to go kind of figure out, and then things happen after that and kind of keep trying to figure out what happened. So that was pretty good.
And then now like we are watching like this show called What If?
Yeah, What If?
Yeah, this is kind of like to me like a soap opera kind of.
Kind of soap opera.
Yeah, because like this producer made the TV show called Revenge.
Yeah.
That is like to me, my understanding that the TV show was a soap opera.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
It's leaning into the soap opera, but it's not quite a soap opera because it's not quite as terrible as a normal soap.
Yeah.
but it's pretty. It's interesting enough. You want to know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, but like I put this TV program into the box. Like I'm okay not to watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I'm curious enough to continue watching, but if something happen, and then I don't have any regret not to continue watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't really, personally, I didn't really like the main character, the main actress, like Renee.
Oh yeah. What's it? Renee Zellweger.
Yeah, I thought
Bridget Jones.
that's why like I was kind of stay away from this TV show, but like after I started to watch it, no, I shouldn't have that kind of bias.
Yeah, and of course we're still watching Terrace House.
Mm.
Lots of new members in the past week. I guess I think it's behind overseas, so we're a bit ahead. So some new members have joined. So I don't want to give it away so much, but pretty interesting. Maybe we'll see a Cabe-don, right? Do you think?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think he'll do it? This guy on the show, new guy, said he's going to do a Cabe-don.
He was creepy. Remember, like
Oh,
he was
yeah.
standing like in
Oh
front
yeah,
of the
he was.
door.
That's right. He was
Yeah.
like the guy was like.
So this girl.
The girl was just kind of like da 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 da.
Yeah, this girl he got the crush on. Was,
That was
speaking
creepy.
with another member of Terrace House in a playroom,
That's right.
and he was like,
Waiting outside
Yeah,
of it,
what-
like this.
yeah,
Right?
no,
Like-
in the pocket.
Oh, his hands in the pocket. That's right. And he just like depressed and like kind of had like a little bit of crazy eyes.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he was drunk.
that was crazy.
too.
It's really hard to watch.
Yeah, he was
But
like.
he-
and
whatever-
he must have stood out there for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like it was a long time.
Right.
It was like 2 a.m. when they finally came out.
Right. Whatever like he does is like very hard to watch, but I think that's like a pretty ordinary behavior.
Japanese guy.
Yeah, Japanese guy
They
would
get
do
that
that.
jealous. Because that's got to be
Not
jealousy.
jealous, but they have no ball to come into the room, but they can't really leave. They don't know what to do. They just stand there.
It's a bit much. He could have just like, and it wasn't even like he needed to say anything to her that night. He could have just waited, but
No, maybe like that's a good example to make you to realize don't be desperated.
yeah,
Like,
women can
being-
smell desperation. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
being desperated is not leading you to anywhere better.
Yeah,
right?
that is
So
it's not a good look.
even like you can win this game, love game, with her if you show that any tiny of desperation, you will lose.
Yeah. Well, to be fair though, I think all guys do something out of desperation. I know I have in my life, but to be honest, at his age, I've never done anything out of desperation.
No, I guess
think when I was
like
younger, like a lot younger, I would, maybe you have people you have a big crush on and you get a little desperate. I've been there. I mean, I think most guys have.
Yeah,
But like at his age though, no.
I don't think
not
age
even.
matter especially like in male case, like what matter to lead them to the desperation field is that if you are experienced or inexperienced. So I don't think he has a lot of experiences.
That's
That's
true.
why like he was reacting like that. But on the other hand, women get desperated because of tick tack
Oh,
of
the-
hormone,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like men's case, I don't know like if like age
Well, I think you're
related.
right. I think it's about
Yeah.
experience
Yeah.
and inexperience. But even at his age, he should have more experience.
No, I think that's just like a pretty ordinary, typical Japanese guys' behavior. Cause like, we most of guys, or including women, like nowadays, like young generation never dated with anyone. They stay as virgin, and they say like it's not important to be dating or in
What
a
was that happy
relationship.
parlor they called it? A happy parlor, right? Japanese guys go to those happy parlors.
I don't know.
Remember, like the happy ending massage? There was a Japanese word for it in Terrace House, and they asked him if he'd been to one of those before. Remember?
I don't
One of the
remember.
characters, or was that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was, or was that Ainori? I can't remember. It was. You know what I'm talking about, though.
No.
I think it was Terrace House or Ainori, and they asked the guy about like going, and he's like, "Well, I've never been with a woman, but I've gone to one of those, happy parlors or something."
Ah, that's coming from Ainori, the guy.
Oh, that was
the
Ainori.
university kid. He never had a girlfriend.
Oh,
or
yeah,
he
yeah,
never
yeah.
had the sex with anyone. That's kind of a guy.
Oh, that's
right?
it. It was.
Yeah.
What was it called though?
Uh,
I can't remember. I feel like it was Happy Parlor,
yeah.
something like that. It was hilarious to me. But Ainori, we watched. Also been watching Ainori, which is a good show if you like Terrace House.
Love wagon in
Love-
Japanese. In English, love wagon.
Yeah, Love Wagon. And they ride around different countries, and there's 4 guys and 3 girls, and they try to, become boyfriend, girlfriend while doing adventures. There's quite a few seasons on Netflix with English subtitles.
At the ending, like you confess your love, and then you ask this person to come back to Japan together. If answer is yes, you can go back to home together. And if this person says no to you, you are only the one who leave the country, and then the other
Alone,
one,
yeah.
the
Continues
other
the
one
journey.
continue the journey.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
good commentary too. Like the commentators are okay. They're not that bad. Some seasons have better commentators, but they're pretty funny as well. I like some of them. I can't remember their names. The one I really there was like Becky, and no, but there was that one girl. I can't remember her name, and she was not in the last season, but she was in the season before. And
oh,
she was,
actress, right?
yeah, she was hilarious.
I don't remember her
But the
name.
guy in this most recent one, Takeuchi-san, I think his name was. Was it Takeuchi?
I
Or
don't remember.
He was hilarious. He looks like a K-pop star. He was pretty funny. I liked him. But yeah, anyways, I think we've been, it's a pretty good update. Anything else you want to talk about?
I wish like I can stay at the home as long as possible, and then just watching like a TV show and then being lazy. This is fantastic to me.
Yeah. There you go. On that note, shall we say goodbye? All right. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.